Hey everyone, this is Shannon coming to you from Columbus, Ohio with another question to be answered. The question is, what's the difference between a 900 and a 600cc Ryker? Well, I'm going to break down some technical terms to make it simple, and that way you can understand the differences. All right, so let's start with the numbers. 900 represents the cubic centimeter of the cylinder that combusts the air and the fuel inside your engine. So each cylinder is 300, so in this case, the Ryker 600, 2 cylinders, times 300 equals 600 cc's. In this case, the Ryker 900, 3 cylinders, 3 times 300 cc's equals a 900. Simple math, but a lot of times people have no idea what those numbers actually represent. They know that the numbers mean is bigger, but they don't know where it comes from. In addition to that, let's go back to the Ryker 900. If you have a Ryker 900, the 3-cylinder produces about 82 horsepower from the factory and about 58 foot-pounds of torque. The Ryker 600 produces about 47 horsepower and about 35 foot-pounds of torque. Now, torque is what gets the bike going. So off the line, you get those wheels pilling and squealing, that's torque. Horsepower is the power and speed to keep it going. So as you throw that throttle back, this is going to get you up to speed to get you to 70, 80, 90, 100 miles or more. That's the horsepower. Now, you see a lot of videos out there where people are modifying each bike to produce way more horsepower and torque, and that's so they can get faster speeds and more power in the engine. But I just wanted to throw a video out there real quickly just to kind of express the differences. Now, if you're in the process of buying a Ryker or you own one and you just want to know why did I buy this 600 versus a 900, here's probably a couple reasons why you probably went with a 600. 600 because it's 2 cylinders, combusts less fuel, which means you're going to save some gas. Also, most people buy a 600 because they're going to be the solo passenger. You're riding by yourself, you're just doing commutes here around town. This is your daily bike that you do for short trips. So 600 makes good sense. Saves fuel, great for a solo rider, and it's a great commuter bike for short distances, an hour, 2 hours or so on the bike. Now, when you go to a 900 is built really to carry a passenger and also to carry cargo. So with that, when you look at the 900, you can haul more stuff. So I'm a bigger guy, so I bought the 900 for myself, but also my wife, she will ride with me at times as well. So I just want to make sure if I'm on the freeways or on state routes, I have enough power to pull me through hills, through turns, and to get around vehicles if necessary. So I wanted the bigger engine to give me more horsepower and torque to push me or pull me through different turns or different situations. Again, if I was a solo rider and it was just me by myself, I probably would have bought the 600. But I know in this case, my wife is the reason why I bought this bike in the first place. And I knew that she was going to ride with me, so I chose the 900. If you are on a 600, you still can carry luggage, but it may not be ideal for if you had an additional passenger with you with luggage. So most people will step up to a 900. Now, if you are doing some distances more than a few hours at a time, the 900 may not even be ideal either. You may want to look at a Spider. So you have Spiders that have way more horsepower, way more torque. That's more of a cruise bike that will take you longer distances and give you a more comfortable ride, especially if you have a passenger and you're carrying luggage or towing something. You may want to consider a Spider. But in this case, I just wanted to break down the differences between a 6 and a 900 and hope this helps.